It's early August, and yeah, it's still feeling pretty much like summertime. Temperatures tonight are going to drop off into the 70s. We're likely to make it up into the 90s again tomorrow afternoon, but then we have to deal with impact weather. Scattered thunderstorms move in afternoon and up until about 8 p.m. They'll still be rumbling around. Some of them could be severe. They're uneven, though. That means some places just get pummeled by heavy rain, and others aren't going to get a single drop of rain whatsoever. So don't get too frustrated with the forecast when we're talking about a high chance of rain. Just know that there's definitely going to be rain around. It just may or may not happen for a single acre of land or a single lot in a neighborhood or a single garden across North and Northeast Alabama in particular, because these storms are just going to be rolling through from the northwest throughout the day. Your best chance of a thunderstorm is going to come into the early part of the afternoon and then on through the evening. But if you miss the rain Thursday, there's still a really good chance of downpours coming up on Friday, and some of those are going to last into Saturday and Sunday as well. So you got 4 days here in a row where there's a good chance of storms in the area. I think they're fewer in number coming up on Saturday and Sunday than they will be here in the short term. So this is what the radar looked like 5:44 p.m. Tomorrow at 5:44 p.m., it's probably going to be quite a bit different. By that time, we likely have a band of heavy thunderstorms somewhere in that zone right there. So Fayette, Jasper, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Centerville, Aniana, Talladega, Anniston, Oxford, Gadsden, Ashland, over to Ranburne. This is the zone where I think they are a little more likely, and it all has to do with what's going on up to our northwest. This northwesterly flow has within it multiple disturbances, and there is one really vigorous or strong disturbance. It's located right about there, just north of Columbia, Missouri. That thing tracking just like this toward North Alabama, Northwest Georgia, East Tennessee over the next day to day and a half. So this is what it's going to do. Tonight, we're talking extreme rainfall over parts of Missouri. Some areas here southwest of St. Louis, you correlate the number here, that area there, that would be probably a little bit to the southeast of Columbia, maybe close to like Gasconade County, Montgomery County in Missouri. Look at that, about 6 to potentially 8 or more inches of rain. That's the ARRR model. That's a tremendous amount of rain. As those storms move southeast into Alabama, though, notice some gaps here. We get a few locally heavy storms, Tuscaloosa, Fayette, Jasper, but then from Cullman to Athens and Huntsville, Decatur, Albertville, Gunnersville, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, some of these storms could be pretty strong. The Storm Prediction Center outlines a risk of a few severe thunderstorms all over central and north Alabama. It's isolated, though. It's the marginal risk, the lowest of the 5-tier scale. So 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow, the Shoals, Huntsville, Decatur, Athens, down to Cullman, Hamilton, Double Springs, Smith Lake, Lake Gunnersville, all the way down toward the northern edge of the Attala area, Etowah County, and into parts of Cherokee County too. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., those storms are going to be a little stronger, rolling through Birmingham. Expect some wind gusts that could knock down some trees, heavy rain, and the lightning with this may just simply be incredible tomorrow afternoon. Some places may have 1,000 to 2,000 strikes per hour. Just some really intense thunderstorms. So 94 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Here's how it's going to work out. Again, we get that round of thunderstorms coming in from the northwest from about 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Heavier storms near and north of Highway 278. And into the afternoon and evening, look at that. You get just round after round of strong to severe thunderstorms rolling across northeastern Alabama. After that, Friday, I don't think we have quite as many strong storms, but there will still be quite a bit of action around. Saturday and Sunday, not as much thunderstorm activity overall. Got UAB Fan Day Saturday afternoon. It's under the pavilion. It's going to be hot, humid, may get an isolated storm. Monday and Tuesday of next week, we're in the low 90s. A good chance of storms as this northwest flow continues. In fact, look at the rainfall potential here. We normally see around 4 inches to 4.5 inches of rain through the entire month of August. Between now and August 9th, some of our forecast modeling projecting over 4 inches of rain just in the next week in Jefferson and Shelby counties. Is that going to be exactly right? Probably not. Is somebody going to get 4 inches of rain? Probably so. I think that's more likely across, say, northeastern Alabama, say from Aniana over to Gadsden up toward Fort Payne, even Huntsville, Jackson County. But there's some wiggle room in this. We're talking about 7 days worth of data here. The stormy pattern is going to give it to us day after day after day. So some of us are getting a ½ inch to an inch over 7 days, and some could be getting as much as 4 or 5 inches. So it is just a tremendous round of rain coming through central Alabama, especially northeast Alabama. Late this week, little break over the weekend, and then more of that action goes through next week. And this pattern's likely to run all the way through mid-August, so we could wind up with a few places getting multiple inches of rain, maybe 5 to 10 inches of rain by the middle of the month.